I bought the old Blackwood house for a steal. It has character, the realtor had said. A phrase I'd later learn was a euphemism for it has issues. The floorboards groaned like a dying man, and the wind howled through the eaves. But it was the nights that were truly unsettling. It started subtly, a low rhythmic thrum that seemed to vibrate up through the floor. I dismissed it as the old boiler, the house settling, but the sound was too organic. One night, I pressed my ear against the living room wall, the floral wallpaper cold against my skin. Inhale, exhale. A slow, deep, impossibly vast breath that seemed to originate from the very foundations of the house. The house was breathing. Every night the breaths grew stronger. The doors would gently bulge in their frames. The windows would mist over in a steady rhythm, synchronized with the unseen lungs of the structure. I stopped sleeping. How could I when the very air I was breathing was being cycled by the monstrous entity? I was trapped inside. I began to explore, looking for the source. The attic was filled with dust and silence. The basement, however, that's where the air was thickest, the breathing a deafening roar. In the center of the stone floor was an ancient iron grate. The air pulsed from it, warm and foul. It was a lung. I was living inside a lung. One evening, driven by a mix of terror and desperation, I decided I couldn't take it anymore. As the house took its first deep breath of the night, I ran to the front door, wrenching it open. But the house exhaled. A powerful hurricane-force gust slammed the door shut, throwing me back into the hallway. The locks clicked one by one. The windows darkened, not with mist, but with something opaque, like cataracts forming over ancient eyes. The breathing deepened, quickened, a hungry, excited sound. I finally understood the realtor's words. The house didn't just have character, it had an appetite. And I was no longer a resident. I was a morsel waiting to be digested in the belly of the house that breathes.